Hi, okay, I'm sorry, the last version of this turned out not to have any sound, so I'm going to have to do it again. Okay, write an essay summarising and evaluating the key points from both texts. Use your own words throughout as far as possible and include your own ideas in your answers. And here are the two texts. The effect of music. We humans are a musical species, no less than a linguistic one. This takes many different forms. All of us, with very few exceptions, can perceive music, harmony, and rhythm. We integrate all of these using many different parts of the brain. And to this largely unconscious appreciation of music is added an often intense and profound emotional reaction. Shakespeare referred to music as the food of love, and for most people their lives would be poorer without music. Music is capable of stimulating both passion and compassion, speaking to our very core, and taking us to the heights and depths of emotion. Music in schools. There is little doubt that regular exposure to music, and especially active participation in music, may stimulate development of other abilities. Some argue that music is as important educationally as reading or writing, and suggest that a musical education advantages those with mathematical aptitude. What people do not agree about, however, is which kind of music is the most educationally valuable. Some regard classical music as the only kind of music that should be taught in schools. However, leaving aside the problem of defining classical in different cultural contexts, there is a strong case that all types of music are equally valid in stimulating an individual's potential. Write your essay. Music in our society. This essay was written by Roland Simon. So, the love of music has been deeply ingrained in us, accompanying human beings from the time when our troglodyte ancestors started to rejoice a successful hunt. To rejoice because of a successful rejoice. I want to put something else here. As a result of a successful hunt. Whether it should be taught in school or not is an open debate. It's an open debate. Okay, it is an open debate. I would probably say is open to debate. People argue about it. The author of the first text evaluates the role of music in our society. There is a widely held misconception about music. It is merely thought to be a composed artificial subject. So composed, no, a composition, a mixture, a composition of artificial subjects. To the contrary. So I would use this phrase to the contrary when I'm arguing against something. Somebody says something, I say, no. To the contrary. You want to say something like, on the other hand, here. Let's see. I'm going to change this completely. An opposite view holds that Music is an integral part of nature. It's one of them. The rhythm of life. I take it as read that everyone has a soft spot for the sound of a waterfall or a skylark singing, and we tend to mimic natural patterns. Music is the universal language. The is good here because there's only one, which preluded the evolvement, the development, the evolution of the first human language. Shakespeare referred to music as the food of love. Nowadays, many of us underestimate the importance of this abstract joy in our highly competitive society, because we place much more emphasis on palpable, money-orientated issues. I like this sentence. Hardly ever does an exceptionally gifted musician receive state support, and they think twice before they opt for their predecessors' quotidian struggle. I think I would put it here because you want these guys to be plural. Their predecessors' quotidian struggle. I might make that plural. Artist has. So artist has a dubious connotation. So we need something more with this. The role of artist, the concept of an artist has, and I'd make this plural, has dubious connotations due to its depiction of the large proportion of movies. I would probably go here, the way it is, not the wow, the way it is depicted in in a large proportion of movies, in which they are portrayed as eccentric figures with poor sartorial style, love the word, who live in abject, good word, poverty. Teachers are trying to discourage their pupils from choosing artistic careers. They suggest that if they continue to follow their passion, they will end up on the streets as busters, begging for some shiny coins. Some. It's okay, it's not wrong. For a pittance of shiny coins. So here, teachers are trying to discourage. Later on you've used a present simple, and I think I would make this present simple again. Teachers try to discourage their pupils from choosing artistic careers. And I think I might put a semicolon here. They suggest, and I might put a that as well, that if they continue to follow their passion, they will end up on the street. So if you're on the street, you're homeless. On the street is a synonym for homeless, begging for a pittance of shiny coins. The writer of the second passage focuses on the issue of learning music in schools. The vast majority of parents have been already underlined, this can't be passive, that music should not be given a special place in the school curriculum. So the vast majority of parents have already underlined that music should not be given a special place in the school curriculum, because it might sidetrack their children from gaining valuable academic and employment skills. As a result of the societal changes, students are shifting their interests towards core academic subjects such as maths, physics, and information technology. Not only does listening to music provide a source of pure enjoyment for you, lose the for you, it's not necessary, but also it helps improve your cognitive skills. Lose the you again, it helps improve. A great amount of conclusive evidence confirms that music enhances people's linguistic abilities. Doctors listen to classical music during long periods of performing operations, and instead of doctors, you could use the word surgeons if they're performing an operation. Better word. Surgeons listen to classical music during long periods while performing an operations in order to keep their attention on the life and death tasks they are confronted with. Keep, it's all right, but it's a bit weak. To focus. In order to focus their attention on the life and death tasks they are confronted with. Young children who are exposed to musical activities have been shown to succeed in mathematics. In conclusion, I feel that music has a real intrinsic value in our lives, and it is closely linked to our identity. Most people have second thoughts about whether music should be whether music should be taught in schools. I think I'm even going to put whether or not music should be taught in schools. But it can help children boost their cognitive skills. That's lovely. Such as acquiring language and solving complex mathematical equations. So, did you answer the question? Yeah, you answered the question very nicely. I think probably 4.25 out of 5. Does it read easily? Yes, it reads really quite easily. I didn't have any problems with understanding. It flowed very nicely. I think probably something like a 4.25. The vocabulary used is really good, and you've got a lot of nice words. I think probably 4.5. The grammar structure uses, you've got a couple of nice inversions. I think probably 4.5 again. General overall accuracy, number of mistakes. So the mistakes that you've made don't really interfere with the meaning, although there are enough of them. I think I'd probably give this 4 for overall accuracy. but this is much more accurate than many of your previous essays, so very good. So I think I'm going to give it all over overall an 8.5 at C2, so that's a very good result. Well done.